the Green Bay Packers. And your guy, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, that grade one.
That is it. So it's we got a switch up here. So they both clinched playoff berths. Green Bay Packers clinched the NFC North with a win over my Detroit Lions, who fall to 5-8. The 5 wins for the Detroit Lions are pretty amazing, by the way. But let's talk a little bit more about the Green Bay Packers, and we will do that by taking it up to 100, presented by Head & Shoulders. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Take It Up to 100, presented by Head & Shoulders. You know where you can get that? That's available at Walmart. No big deal.
Way to go. No big deal. NBD.
We got 2 in this one. We'll start with the Packers.
Yeah.
And a guy that basically I'm crediting his season to you.
You should.
Motivated him from the get-go.
I definitely did.
Davante Adams, as the Packers beat the Lions 31-24, 7 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown. It's his 8th straight game with a touchdown, longest streak in franchise history. You know he's going to get it. Teams know he's going to get it. They cannot stop.
That's what I love about it. I do. I mean, you know, of course he's a hell of a football player. Of course I was wrong, okay? I mean, I was wrong. And he was not in my top 10, but he was probably right there. I said 11
And you will now consider him next year.
Yeah, I will.
Right.
I definitely will. He's crapped all over me, okay? But he is – that's what, you know, I love about Davante Adams and Rodgers, first off. They wear it out. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They don't care. Oh, you're one-on-one? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, we'll just keep throwing it until that changes.
It's like in Madden, that one play that keeps working. You might as well keep calling it. It's like, oh, you're ruining the fun of it. I'm sorry, stop it.
Stop it. Exactly right. I mean, and then some of the plays, it's so many of the plays are not even schemed like, whoa, what a play call or play design. I mean, his long touchdown run, it's his long touchdown catch, excuse me. It's a back shoulder. The guy's over the top of him. It's pretty good coverage. It's the perfect throw, and it's a guy that's got unbelievable hands and body control, and he just snaps it out of snatches it out of the air and turns upfield seamlessly and runs for a 56-yard touchdown. Oh, big deal. No big deal. But it's also the other effect he has when it's not man-to-man. You know, he is the ultimate decoy, too, you know, because of what you just said. Like, it's Rodgers to Adams. There's so many plays throughout the football game where Rodgers drops back, and he looks at Adams, who's 6 yards down the field, and the defense converges on him, and then Rodgers hits Valdez-Scantling behind him for a 20-yard play. It's that stuff, too, that doesn't really get talked about with the value of Adams, let alone, hey, it's a run play to the left. And then, Rodgers doesn't like the numbers, so he has a little RPO option where if you don't like to run it to the left side, there's too many people over there. Hey, just throw a quick pass over to the right to Davante Adams, who's got a little off coverage. We'd rather you just give him the ball one-on-one than run the ball into that bad look. He catches the ball behind the line of scrimmage, makes a guy miss, and it's 25, 30 yards, where it was a play that, you know, schematically they shouldn't have had much. And I think that's just his value. He's a phenomenal route runner. He's got, I think, the best, like, what would you say, the connection, you know, with him, they're like on the same wavelength. Symbiosis with his quarterback than any other receiver in football. I think that's what Davante Adams does, and he continues his trek of crapping all over Chris Simms.
And maybe we should give a little more credit to Matt LaFleur. Maybe he should be in the Coach of the Year conversation.
Agreed. I've had this conversation with a few people on Twitter where people ask me that, and you know, it's a really valid question. Why is it that he gets just kind of looked over in that conversation?
Because how different is this team roster-wise than they were before he was there?
Not a whole lot.
Not a ton.
No.
Still had Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly right. I mean, Aaron Jones, Adams, a lot of these guys were there. You're right. It's the attitude. It's the scheme he's brought. You know, he hired a new defensive coordinator there, too. That helped things out. So, yeah, everything he's done, let alone, hey, come on. The one thing we don't give Matt LaFleur credit for, what did we all question about when he got the job? Oh, can he get along with Rodgers? Can they make it work? It's been perfect. It's an NFC championship game, and the way it looks right now, we might be going to another NFC championship game, or at least in that conversation, we know that. And I'm with you, Ahmed. LaFleur.
Yeah.
I guess it's because his quiet persona kind of seems to get looked over in that conversation, and that's not right.
Yeah. SD Davidson 3, real quick, wants to know, do you see Green Bay as the best complete football team in the NFC, or do you still need them to do more?
I do need to. I'm not sold on their defense all the way. I think that does have issues.
Yep.
I mean,
Lions move the ball on them.
Everybody moves the ball on Green Bay for the most part. They really do. So I don't know if I'm going to say the most complete team. The one thing I will say with Green Bay is I don't know if there's a team that executes and manages the football game on the offensive side of the ball better than the Green Bay Packers. And that's where they really put their pressure on you. Because you just know, oh my gosh, not only do I have to deal with Rodgers, but he's really not going to mess up any, major plays or situational football. And that puts a lot of stress on other teams too. And that's the beauty of them. But no, their run defense, that stuff, I do worry about that still with certain matchups here in the NFC.
But they got Aaron Rodgers, who maybe is closing the gap a little bit with Patrick Mahomes and that MVP talk. And that's our second take it up to 100 is Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes had those 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
But what does he know? He knows to feed his tight end. Travis Kelce, 8 catches, 136 yards, and a touchdown. He's been over 100 yards in 5 of his last 6 games. Kind of like Adams. You're going to go to Kelce by the goal line, which they did, and they were able to do it.
It is. I mean, there's a number of plays every game where he's doubled, and they still get a 20-yard completion. It's just he is the slickest, craftiest, route-running tight end I've ever seen in my lifetime, for sure. I mean, he is literally like he's just a big receiver. I don't know what else to say, who's got some blocking ability. But the way he can move his hips and, threaten DBs with his body language to get open and create separation, let alone, for a big guy, he can put his foot in the ground and come out of breaks and do all of that. Yeah, he's awesome at that. But then, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about the symbiotic relationship because this is another one that's very special. It's very similar that way, where it's just like Mahomes scrambles one way, and Kelce, it's like I can read his wavelengths, his mind waves through the air.
On that touchdown right by the goal line, that's exactly what happened.
It's just constantly that kind of stuff where you're like, oh, there's nothing there. Oh, Mahomes is buying time. Oh, no, nobody's open. Oh, Kelce found the hole, or he made the right move in man-to-man coverage to separate and get open and do that. But that's where he's special. And, who do you defend on that football team? It's just amazing with the weapons you have to worry about on the outside, and then you got to worry about him on the inside. And you're right, that little sprint right option thing, I mean, we saw that, 2 times? We've seen it in the Super Bowl. We've seen it in the 2 times in the 24-0 deficit against the Houston Texans, a similar type of play, where it's just get Mahomes on the edge, he'll make magic happen, and we got other ball players who know how to play ball in these backyard sandlot type of situations, and we'll just get it done. And they're unbelievable. Never seen anything like the Kansas City Chiefs. Never seen anything like it.
Travis Kelce, 1,250 receiving yards. No tight end has ever led the league in receiving yards in a season. His 1,250 so far do lead the NFL in receiving yards.
It's amazing.
He could do it.
They could easily go 1-2 this year in receiving yards.
Yeah.
I mean, they usually could go Kelce 1, Tyreek Hill 2, and you go, what? You got the 2 top receiving?
Which is why maybe Aaron Rodgers should get a little more love for the MVP because Patrick Mahomes does have better weapons.
I would never disagree with you there. I love Patrick Mahomes, but Aaron Rodgers to me right now is the MVP of football for what's around him and what he has to do every week with, yes, a lesser cast of characters certainly than Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
And then, they've lost 2 more games on the schedule. I get that. But statistically, he's having a better year, too. But either way, it's going to be a close race by 2 legends.
So some debate on who could win, who's going to still win the MVP here, but no debate on this. Great symbiotic relationships. We got Adams and Rodgers. We got Kelce and Mahomes. And we have Head and Shoulders.
Oh, take it up to 100.
Take it up to 100.
Ooh,
available
baby.
At Walmart.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.